Welcome to another episode of At the Bar with podcast. Today's guest is one of our favorite doctors of veterinary medicine, Dr. Sandra Soucheray. Sandra, looks like you came right from work.
I did.
Excellent.
Yeah. Got the lab coat and everything. Is that what do they call that? A lab coat or
Yep.
Schmuck.
Cool.
A schmuck?
A schmuck.
A schmuck?
So nobody here has white coat syndrome, I hope. So our blood pressure doesn't go
Yep.
up. And
I can take it off if we have a problem.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's like since you came right from work, welcome to At the Bar with podcast happy hour.
Oh, that's nice.
yeah.
Thank
So what are you drinking for happy hour?
you. White wine.
I can do that.
All right.
Patrick,
Thank you.
what are you having back yonder?
I am having road sodas tonight.
Road sodas.
Oh,
Yes.
You said you were going to be doing those Mick Ultras. How are they?
You know what? I actually enjoy the taste of them. I mean, I'm trying to lose weight, so that's one thing, and they're only like 95 calories. But it's got like a little sweetness to it, so I actually I like them. Actually, I mean, it's not what I would call a beer, but it's they're 4%ers, and I could have 3 or 4 of these and just feel like I just drank water, So that's kind of like why I call them road sodas, because I can go on my motorcycle, stop at a bar, have one, hit the next bar an hour later, have one, et cetera, et cetera.
Stacy, I think you're probably going to be having your
Have hams.
usual, right?
Hams.
Hams.
From the land of from the land of sky blue water.
My grandfather was best friends with Bill Figge, who was the president of Hams.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
Wow. Did your dad drink hams?
I think my grandfather did. Yeah.
It's an old beer, isn't it? Goes back quite a ways.
Yep.
I didn't start drinking hams until recently. You got to change things up a little bit.
You can't find Michelob. You can only find the Ultra. So
I'm going to have my kind of usual. I'm going to have a Strongbow hard cider. I'm going to put that baby on some ice.
nice.
On ice?
Some ice makes it taste. Well, it's like 90 degrees out with 100% humidity basically here.
Yep.
So I'm going to have something that quenches the thirst.
And Gene,
Yeah,
what
I miss those. Those are my go-to
Alright.
when I would go to Grumpy's or First Avenue.
Right, yeah.
Strongbow ciders.
Yes, you had these quite a bit. I remember. So I do remember.
they had ciders back then?
Yeah. And then even when I started working at O'Donovan's Irish Pub and Patrick would come in, he had cider. I think it was Magner's cider that we had on tap.
Didn't you guys have Dickens at one point too?
Yeah.
Dickens?
Yeah. Scared the Dickens out of me.
Dickens cider?
Dickens cider.
You guys didn't even catch it first time. I don't know. No, I don't know if there's an old
Thanks,
bit
sir.
where they're like, I like a good Dickens cider, and they're like,
Oh,
Good grief.
yeah.
I totally forgot about that. Yeah.
So, Dr. Soucheray, welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Glad to be here.
Yeah. How many podcasts have you done before?
Wow, this is my first.
Your first one. Awesome. And, it's really weird, but whenever I see doctors with the white coat on, why do they have such cool socks? I don't know. Is that a thing? She has her minion socks on.
Yep.
I wish we could see them, but they're pretty sweet.
Yeah, well, you always have to, kind of make things a little bit interesting.
Because you have to wear blue and white every day, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Now it's interesting because I grew up with Doc. I mean, I think we met back when you must have been 7th grade. I was 8th grade.
Yep.
And we've known each other for forever. And, you weren't always into veterinary medicine. What brought you to becoming a vet, working with animals, things like that? Your your father being a doctor as well.
Mm-hmm. Well, my first degree was in art history, and that didn't get me very far as the prerequisites for vet school. And I always wanted to be a vet, but when I was in high school, I was the most disciplined in the math and science department. So actually, with my degree, I ended up working for the Timberwolves, and I did that for about a year or so. And then I decided that was the most boring job. And so I was in charge of the 4 corporate suites. So I had to make sure that they had all their booze and food that they needed for the games. And so I decided to go back to school and get my prereqs. Took 3 years to get my sciences done. And first year I applied, I didn't get in. So I got a little bit more experience with large animal medicine and improved my GRE and got in the second time around.
So wait, art history,
Yep.
veterinarian.
Yep.
There's got to be something in there that is a tie.
I'm a Renaissance woman.
You're a Renaissance woman. But why veterinarian? What was that? Not regular doctor, or why animals?
I've always been interested in veterinary medicine.
Okay.
And so that was kind of the route to go. And I was a little bit older, having my art history degree, and I was debating whether I would try to go back to school. And my dad gave me a good bit of advice, and he said, well, Sandra, if you don't try to get into veterinary medicine, you're going to be 30 some years old and not a doctor, or you're going to be 30 some years old and a doctor.
Right.
And so he said, I would go try to do what you want to do.
There you go. So do you choose? How do you choose? Regular doctor fields, you choose a field. You know, you can do eyes or feet or whatever.
Yeah, yep.
Is that the same for veterinary? Right?
Yes. So you can graduate in 4 years, and then you've got your doctorate. I'm actually certified in hospice and palliative care. So is my technician Teresa. So we do a lot of elderly pets and things like that. So
Senior citizens.
yep.
Okay, so
And then a lot of people divide that up into large and small, right? Like you either choose, I'm going to do,
Yep.
you know, if you're in a rural community, you could, do the large animal stuff, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. My ex-father-in-law, he was just outside of Green Bay and was over there he's from here, but they had practice up by Green Bay, and he did it for like 30 years up there. But yeah, he told me stories about giving birth and all sorts of stuff. It gets nasty when you're dealing with those large
Yeah. And they can hurt you.
Yeah.
Which is
I've kind of a morbid question. So when you're doing like a large animal, let's say it's a horse and it's dying, is it true like they get the shotgun out and put it to its head? Like, do people do that? I mean, I'm sure you don't do it as a vet, but what's the end of life service for like a cow or a horse?
Actually, it's funny you asked that, because legally, like, the rules are, and we call it death by lead poisoning. That actually is a legitimate sanctioned way to euthanize an animal.
yeah,
Wow.
it is.
Is that state to state vary, or is it pretty much everyone that has a ranch does it?
I think it's like a universal. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, it's effective and it's quick.
Are there Dr. Kevorkian
Yeah.
veterinarians that just do that?
Yes.
Oh, well,
Oh,
that's a bummer job. That would be a drag.
literally.
Literally. So what is the largest animal that you've worked on?
Oh, probably a mastiff.
Oh.
Like
those
could
are
be like
those are like
200
horses.
pounds, yeah.
Those are horses.
or St. Bernards.
Okay. So with going through, because obviously everybody goes through high school, and then we start with worms, and we go all the way up to pigs, I think. I did a lot of cadaver lab and kinesiology when I went through the U of M, but what did you when you were doing that, did you enjoy that? Just like, oh yeah. Was that?
I did. Actually, I took human anatomy just because I knew the body part names are almost all the same.
Yep.
And so I figured I might as well do that. And actually, I ended up being a TA for the class. I took it at Bethel. So
Oh, okay.
What's a TA?
teacher's assistant.
Oh, okay.
So you didn't do it at the U?
No, I did all my prereqs at Bethel.
Oh, okay. At Bethel?
Yeah.
Because they have one of the best spinal dissections in the world,
Really?
the U of M, that is really old, and it's the most beautiful thing that you've ever seen, because they have every nerve laid out and they're all colored and everything.
Oh my gosh.
People come from all over to look at this thing, so that was kind of cool.
Wow.
So you went to school with Brett back in the day. What was Brett like? Because we've all heard about his long hair, but before long hair, maybe you know him from 7th grade or something. Is
Yep.
there anything that you know about him?
Eighth grade.
Yeah.
Was he a bully?
No. No. I don't know. I don't think I have any deep dark secrets that.
I bet you his desk was really neat and clean and everything was in the right place. That's what I can imagine.
Hardly. I had my desk. Yeah, maybe my desk was all right.
I don't know. There's no tidy whities around here on the floor.
Yeah.
So you have 2 pets,
Yep.
2 dogs.
2 dogs.
Tell us about your dogs.
One is named Duke, and he is a 8-pound Chihuahua.
Named Duke.
Wait, wait. An 8-pound
Yep.
Chihuahua?
Yep.
That's kind of big, isn't it?
It's tiny. He's like his
Wait.
small as a cat.
Well, how much do Chihuahuas usually weigh? Is it 8 pounds?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
8 to
For
12,
some
maybe.
reason, it seemed heavy to me. I don't know why. They always seem like they're like a pound.
Yeah, no, he's 8 pounds. And then I have Borgie, short for Borgild, after my grandmother's middle name. And she is a lab.
Oh, okay. Yellow lab.
Well, she's a red lab, which doesn't really exist, but she's more red than yellow.
Okay.
No.
And how many pets have you had in your life?
Well, I've had my first yellow lab was Durban, and then I had Chloe, which I could tell you the Chloe story, which is actually, I'm sorry to say, kind of the opposite of Patrick, what you were saying, because we were supposed to go on a ski vacation right before COVID, and she was not doing well, but I could take care of her, and even Teresa, my technician, had offered to take care of her when we went. I mean, it was to the point where she was having accidents in the house, and, you know, pretty. And I was just like, you know, we're gonna be gone for 2 weeks, and you know, it's not fair for whoever's gonna take care of her and for her to, you know, kind of be alone for that long. And so we had made the decision to say goodbye to her on a Friday. Well, on the Wednesday or whatever, everything in the world shut down, and along with the ski resorts. So
Because of COVID?
Yeah, because of COVID. So I called the place that was going to help me say goodbye, and I'm like, yeah, cancel that appointment for Friday because I'm going to be here. And that was in March, and she rallied until August. And that actually happened to a lot of animals where they, you know, people were home with them, able to take care of them because they were stuck at home.
And she rallied.
I was telling Sandra before. I had a dog, and she'd passed away right before COVID because it would have been convenient for her to live a little longer because she had separation anxiety. So every time I went to work, she'd just cry and whimper. And, you know, she didn't do well with that. So it was like if she could have been around during COVID, she just would have been the happiest dog ever.
So you broke her heart.
Yeah. Sorry, COVID broke her heart. Oh, man. But yeah, and then my second cocker. So they both died of kind of the same thing. I wanted to ask you about this as a doctor. They were cockaliers, half cavalier, half cocker, and they both developed this lump on their belly, and then it just grew and grew. And on my first dog, I had it removed, and then she lasted about a month, and then there was fluid coming from somewhere. It was maybe more cancer or something. And then they just said she can't breathe. It's like her lungs are surrounded by fluid and they can't expand. So she's literally like drowning in. So I was like, can I? Because that was like 9 a.m. I took her for a walk and she couldn't barely make it up the stairs. I had to carry her. So I called and they said, yeah, bring her in right now. And so the doctors recommend I put her down right then and there. And I'm like, wait. This is my first dog.
Oh,
right?
geez.
Yeah.
And so this is the love of my life and the everything. She was with me when I got sober. She was with me when I got married. She was with me when I, you know, got divorced. She was with me when I moved into my own apartment after that. And she was with me with the kids. Like, so
she was with
like
me when I was sitting on the toilet.
Yeah, exactly. And then so just for that, I was like, no. So I took her home, and then 6:00 that night, I called and said, okay, can I bring her in? And they said, yeah. So I just had I needed 10 hours to process that she
Yeah.
wasn't going to be
Yeah.
around.
Oh, I'm
so.
sorry.
And I
Yeah.
totally
And it was the first time. So
and I
it was a little
totally
traumatic.
get that because our first dog we lovingly called Cracker. Cracker.
Was it white?
Well, it was blonde, so but it was a silky Jack Terrier, and that was the smartest dog I've ever seen. I mean, I've still haven't
Terriers
met
are-
anything as smart as that dog. But Sandra, we had Sandra come over when it was time. He had some sort of brain infection that we just couldn't get rid of, and he just plummeted. And within a couple months, we just saw him just go down.
He was having seizures.
And when we had to put him down, it was like a hole in my heart. I mean,
Yeah.
and it'll never go away. I still think about that dog every single day. But I mean, I had to take time off of work because I felt so depressed, and I was just so anguished by the passing of this little dog, But I mean, just like you were saying, Patrick, I mean, that dog was my everything.
Yeah.
It's just weird how you have these attachments to animals. It was like what I felt about this dog. Even family members that have passed, I haven't felt. I mean, I don't even know how to explain it. I just
I mourn my dog more than
right.
That's
more
because
than-
you didn't see him.
So yeah,
Your relatives every day. You see your dog every day. That's why.
yeah.
Well, and they even when they do something wrong, it's not really their fault because they can't help it. So it's like my dog going in the pantry and eating the box of rice-a-roni. Well,
Freya, 2 nights ago, I sleep in my bed with the TV on, and I usually just throw my remote to the side. And I noticed I woke up to go to the bathroom, and I knocked it off, and I was like, I'll pick it up in the morning or whatever. I couldn't find my remote yesterday when I was going to bed because I fall asleep to the TV every night. And I was like, where's my remote? And sure enough, it was under the bed, chewed in half. I'm like, Freya, she's never done anything like that before.
Well, buy her a chew toy, damn it.
Well, she's got a couple of them, and she's got a ball that she likes to chew on. And I throw it back and forth and stuff.
She's trying to tell you watch too much TV and pay more attention to her.
Yeah.
That's what she's trying to tell you.
While I watch TV, she's on her belly like this. Like,
And so rub me
naked,
more.
with her legs open, and I'm rubbing the belly. It's all good, but she just, I don't know, she just chewed on the remote.
Jealous
Whatever.
because you're going like this, Patrick, with your thumb. And who's that little animal that Patrick is massaging his belly? Oh, this is
Yeah. But
So-
no, they act out a little bit. But I was gonna continue along with my second dog was Snickers, and she was 2 years younger than my first one. So Punk and Snickers. Yeah. So the second one was actually a sister 2 years removed. We got her from the same kennel, which I found out was probably a puppy mill later after that. But Snickers was the same type of dog. She was like the brown and white, and Punk was just the pure brown with the little white on the patch. So if you know Cavalier Spaniels, you'll know. But Snickers, she got the same exact thing on her chest, or and what are they called? Something nomas.
lipomas.
Yeah, big lipoma. And so it grew to about the size of a golf ball. And then it was just like, oh shit, I know her time's limited. And then it started, breaking through skin and then getting gnarly. And it was like your thing with the trip. I had actually planned to go back to a Minnesota Vikings game in September of 2022. I was going to leave on a Friday. And on Wednesday, I'm like, I can't leave this to somebody, because at this point I had a towel like wrapped around her belly, and I was going to take care of it when I got back, but she was not doing, she was acting okay, just a little docile, but I just brought her into, I called and I got into the whatever the free one was. It wasn't free. It was actually still like $100, but it was cheaper than most for end of life. And yeah, they had to put her down, but I had to cancel my trip from Minnesota because of that. But again, that one hurt a lot too.
Yeah.
So, but what is the cause of those lumps that
They're
dogs
just
get?
like an overgrowth of fat tissue most of the time. And most of the time they're benign, but sometimes they can cause problems with like mobility and things. And they can also be sometimes cancerous. So it's hard to tell.
Yeah, and it's just, and then you wonder after that, you're like, God, did I feed him the right food, or was it tap water, or should I give him, filtered water? You
Was
start
it my
wondering,
fault?
Like,
What could I have
yeah,
done differently?
there's something I could have done different, but it was just weird. Like 2 years apart, they both died of pretty much the same thing, and had the same thing, So I don't know. It could have been genetics too, right? I mean, who
Yeah.
knows?
So how do you make a decision like that? How do you, when you have a pet and you love it a lot and it's getting close, because it's getting close, how do you know when to make that decision that this is it?
Well, usually talk to your vet, but I've also got, and I didn't bring it with me today. There's quality of life scales, and I've got one that's it's really nice because it's pretty straightforward. It's one page, and it grades everything on usually a +2 to a like -2. +2 would be normal, and -2 would be not. So it looks at things like mobility, appetite, hydration status, enjoyment. Are they playing with their age appropriate toys and things like that? And basically you go through all those different parameters, add them up. If it's 7 to 14, that's considered doing well. If it's 6 to like 1, then maybe we need intervention of some sort, whether or not it's more pain management, or for larger dogs, a lot of times they'll have problems with mobility. So putting like runners in the house so that they can get along. And then if it's 0 to 1, maybe then it's time for euthanasia. And we laminate those and leave them with families.
Okay.
So they can kind of go through on however, once a week, once a month, and kind of see how the
Dry erase and
Yep.
check mark
Yep.
every score. Yeah. And that's the thing too, is like, you got to, the dogs have a language too. Like I've learned my dog, if she comes up and I'm playing a video game and she sits and stares at me, I mean, she wants to either go out or she's hungry. And
Yep.
it's like, so you pick up on those cues, and, dogs have a language, and it's kind of cool. And I'm glad that you list that out, because I didn't have that, but I just knew, both times the vets were like, yeah, this is not good for her.
Yeah.
She's not
Yeah.
living her best life.
See, our dogs, at least the one of our dogs, Ashi.
He knows when it's 5
Yeah,
o'clock.
he has his language is revolves around 3 things: breakfast,
Lunch and dinner.
the lunch, snack, and dinner. And he lets you know exactly what time it is. Because I mean, if we're 10 minutes off,
Yeah, we're talking about you.
and he will paw and whine, and I mean, he finds it. He just sits there and stares at you like,
Like that?
yeah, like probably like that.
Yeah,
So-
right there.
So yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where that he has an inner clock when it comes to food. He's so food motivated that's what he does. And Murphy is completely opposite, which is his uncle. And Murphy doesn't. He's his own dog. He does what he wants when he wants. You pick him up, and he's like, put me down. The other one you pick up, and he's like, okay, I'll take some rubs, and it's just the two are polar opposites, and it's funny, but. Yeah, Ashi, his
He's a morning
language-
dog.
Yeah, and he's a morning dog. First thing in the morning, he is up and at him. It's time to take on the world. The other dog is like, you wake me up one more time, I'm going to bite your tail off. So that's,
Dogs have personalities, don't they?
Oh yeah, 100%.
But okay, so I've always wondered how this happens. All dogs come from wolves, and every dog is because of human interaction, right? How did we get that from a wolf? I mean, it's a fast evolution, isn't it?
Well, yeah, and actually, dogs are the most diverse animal on the planet. If you think about it, I mean, you get a Chihuahua that's 8 pounds to a 250-pound
Mastiff, yeah,
and they're all the same DNA.
yes,
Dog.
yes.
But if you look at like chickens, or you look at horses, or
They all look the same.
I mean, there's miniature horses,
Yes,
and there's big ones,
yes, but they're all generally the same.
yeah, but there's more variety in the fur and everything.
Even
and-
cats, always look the same. So dogs, that's why I was always wondering, what do humans do to a dog to get that change? What's happening there? Because if they were all wolves at one point, what was the next evolutionary generation?
It's just the breeding for what you're looking for. So if you breed a dog and it ends up having fur and not hair and not shedding, you breed that dog to another dog like that, and then you start the line of those types of dogs.
Interesting.
Initially, back in the day, Stacy, the cavemen the wolves weren't threatened, or they were threatened by man at first, and they, instead of trying to attack another predator, cavemen would often, this is what I saw it on the internet, so it's got to be true. But they would often throw scraps to dogs. So
around the fire, right?
It's better to be cooperative with this species. That's weird because they're actually feeding us. And then they became companions, and they realized, I don't have to hunt. I could just be this guy's sheep herder, and they'll feed me, give me water. And so dogs on a weird level figured that out, and that's why they're like cool now.
Yeah, but I wonder, it's because they're all wolves, and there's no other breeds to breed with them. So you must have to, like, if they were petted or if they were kept warmer, then they didn't have to have as much hair, maybe. Or if they were brought to a different climate, they changed their appearance. But you go from. Or maybe if you cuddled it more, it'd become more of a cuddly thing. It's just weird in how long that takes to change. I mean, it's probably very, very quickly, right?
Yeah, that's fascinating. And I had those like 2 Cavalier Spaniels, those cockaliers, and they were just cute little, floppy ear, 20-pounders. But I rescued a Australian Kelpie, and she's 40 pounds. And she's a beautiful, friendly, wonderful dog, except when she sees a squirrel or another dog or a cat or a bird or whatever. She just goes into fight or flight mode. Her hair's on her back, stands up, and she's just, it's like, whoa, how does that happen? Like, those sheepdogs they can be kind of gnarly.
Yeah, that's why they're sheep. But Patrick, you said what 2 dogs are they? Cockalier? Cocker Spaniel?
Cavalier and Cocker Spaniel mix, yeah.
Okay, so how many generations does a dog have to be of that one before it becomes a purebred?
I don't know. I don't know how the AKC figures that out.
Yeah. It's so odd.
I know. Yeah.
So how is it a purebred when this came from all these other things, right? So tell us some more about your stories that you have here. What are some of the more fun stories that you've had?
Being a house call vet, we find ourselves in some pretty ridiculous places sometimes.
I bet. So wait, let's back up real quick. Were you a regular veterinarian in a hospital?
Yes.
And then you decided to branch off and be Tell us about that just a little bit.
Well, before I was in vet school, I worked for a mobile vet, and I always thought, it's just so nice for the pets, especially the cats, because most cats that I know don't like being put into a carrier and put into a car and bumped and then sit in a busy waiting room with all these weird smells and dogs barking. And so I wanted to do house calls, but after I graduated, I worked in a regular, hospital for a number of years, and that was great, and good experience and everything. But now I'm doing house calls, and I really like it.
So you went from working for somebody to start your own business, and then what do you buy, a van or something? And and do you have a assistant that works with you?
Yep, I've got an assistant, Teresa, and then I have another doctor, Dr. Binger, and she's also got an assistant. So during COVID, we had I had like I think it was a Sprinter van or something, so it was a little smaller. And during weather that was okay to be doing things outside, we tried to do as much as we could outside. But poor Teresa was like buying like fingerless gloves when it started getting cold, trying to draw blood from a dog outside when it's 40 degrees out, and she's sitting there trying to keep her hands warm. And so anyhow, we got rid of the medium-sized van, and I got a big NV 3500, so it's big enough that we've got an exam table in the van.
Oh, okay.
And you can stand up in it, and it's got nice.
And she's like, "Thank you."
Storage. Yeah. But now I've got this huge van that we don't really need right now, but it's nice. So we've got that, and then we've just got a Chrysler Voyager, like a minivan. And so I usually drive the big van, and then Dr. Binger takes out the little
So
van.
do you go into their houses mostly, and then, or sometimes they come out to you?
Yep.
Okay. Does Munchausen syndrome happen in the animal parenting family?
Yeah.
Where parents are going, is there something wrong? Like,
Yeah, I don't think so.
you don't think so?
No. But okay, so one of our interesting places that we ended up one time was the cats usually do better if we have the owners like put them in a bathroom or something, because then they can't hide underneath the couch or under the bed when we get there. So it was very hot out, and we were in this small little apartment, and it was Teresa, myself, and Teresa's got a bag that she carries with all the stuff in it. And we were in this bathroom that, I mean, you could barely turn around, and I was sitting on the toilet seat, and we're both just drenched in sweat. It was so hot, and the cat the cat had to go to the bathroom, and so we picked it up, and it ended up urinating all over on the bathtub. And then I turned around, and the little door stoppers that are like rubberized, and all of a sudden I flicked the door stopper, and all of a sudden and we both started laughing so hard that we could hardly stop. And I finally had to be like, I have to get out of the bathroom. And I was so embarrassed. I'm like, I'm so sorry that we're not laughing like at your cat or anything, but I'm like, it was just really hot in there, and heat, and anyhow.
So I suppose you go into some pretty precarious environments, do you?
No, not really. I mean,
no cat ladies with there's 100 cats in there. And...
No.
Okay.
The one time we had a weird situation is we were at somebody's house, and it was actually it was quite sad. It was for a double euthanasia. The both dogs were doing really, really poorly.
Oh, that's too bad.
And
2 and 1.
Yeah.
One day. Oh.
And it was a couple, and they were acting fairly normal until the dogs passed. And one of the women like screamed like at the top of her lungs and ran out of the room and was like banging around in the kitchen and everything. And we were both like, okay, this is, I mean, it was a very odd reaction to grief. And both Teresa and I were like, okay, that was scary,
Wow.
because we just didn't know what was going on. And so after that, we came up with if either of us are getting a weird vibe with the situation, we would say, I've got 2 daughters. So we came up with like a code word to know that like, hey, we need to get out of here. And what it was is that either she or I would say, oh, we just got a text from the school, and they need you to come and pick up your son from school. So we have to go out to the van and make that phone call. We've never had to use that, but
you never know. You have to have some protocols in place just in case.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had a backup plan.
Yeah. So, but thank goodness we had never had to, but it was very uncomfortable. We were just like, what the heck's going on in there? And
you ever get an appointment from a new customer, and you show up and there's like the crazy cat lady with like 20 cats, and she's
No.
like a hoarder with a filthy place going on, and you're like,
I mean, we've been in some
we
pretty
need to call somebody.
pretty not clean places, but I mean, if you're wearing scrubs, that's okay. I mean, I've been in a living room and like kneeling down, and all of a sudden I noticed that my knee is completely wet from pee.
Yuck.
So do you have to perform surgeries as well?
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
No.
You used to.
Yeah.
So now it's the end of life. So, but tell us some about the surgeries that you had to perform in the past.
Oh, mostly spays and neuters, amputation. Sometimes
Amputation?
Yeah.
Oh, have you seen the video of Chris P. Bacon?
No.
Chris P. Bacon? Oh,
Yeah.
Gene, you got to pull it up if you can. Chris P. Bacon. It's just Google the name Chris and then P and then Bacon, and it's quite funny because we were just talking about amputations.
Patrick,
Yes.
You're not talking about the one of that guy rolling around.
The newscaster that just don't spoil it. No spoiling.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
Wow.
But is it true you could put a pig's heart in a person?
Yes.
It is?
That is true.
Yeah.
It really.
I mean, I
Say
feel
more.
guilty. I love pork. I love ribs. I love bacon. I love everything about it. But those animals are so damn smart and cute and kind of
I
like I
know.
want one as a pet.
Patrick, bacon,
Yeah.
ham, or pork chops or ribs?
All of the above.
Okay.
All of the above.
All of
And
the above.
my kids are like I've been doing pork chops on the grill down at the pool, and they love pork chops now because I do it right. But
Yeah.
it's good stuff. Yeah, but I also like to do ribs. But when I had a house and not an apartment, I would smoke my own.
Now to the story of a
ribs.
pig that is inspiring others. One pot-bellied pig has certainly endured his share of problems. Chris P. Bacon was born without the use of his I can't. Yeah, you have to read this story.
He's got little wheels on.
That's crispy bacon.
That's crispy bacon.
Cute.
Wait till the.
We should not.
He's still laughing.
Oh my god.
There you go.
That's hilarious, dude.
It's one of my favorite clips ever. If I ever need to laugh, I just watch that. He just loses his.
Oh, I thought you were gonna have the guy that didn't have any arms or legs rolling out of the.
Oh, yeah.
chair.
Oh.
That's what I thought. There was gonna. I was like, 'cause you're talking about
You see me
amputees.
roll- Did I send that to
Roll
you
and
guys over the
yes,
week?
you did.
Yes, I did.
Oh yeah, Matt.
No arms, no legs. Call
Wow.
him Matt.
Yeah,
Oh,
we do run into some not so nice cats though.
Oh,
I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say let's not keep out our feline friends
Yeah,
here, and those that have cats and
oh,
those in the door.
we were-
I hate them, but let's talk about.
You
them.
hate cats?
Yeah, I don't like
cats are stuck up, kinda.
them.
No,
They're sketchy, and I'm allergic to them. So
We
they're just little assholes.
we were at this lady's house she needed rabies vaccinations for her cats because they were overdue and she lived in an apartment and the apartment found out, so she needed rabies vaccinations for her cats. And we walked into the room where the cats were and they were like hissing, and I mean most of the time if a cat is not going to be like outwardly aggressive towards you,
Mm-hmm.
they'll mostly just hiss and try and run away.
Mm-hmm.
Well, these cats were like coming up and like swatting at our legs and everything, and we were like,
Not declawed?
not declawed, no.
Oh, fun.
And I'm sitting there and I'm like, there's no way we're gonna be able to vaccinate these cats because we can't touch them. So, so we're trying to come up with a plan, and there are some meds that you can give the cats beforehand so that they're
They
sleepy.
calm down, yeah.
Yeah. So I talked with the owner about that, and she was kind of upset that we weren't able to do the vaccines that day. And one of her cats came. I'm standing in the doorway, and it came lunging at me. It jumped up onto my legs and launched itself over my shoulder.
Oh my god.
I was like,
Did you call Jackson Galaxy?
who?
Jackson Galaxy? You don't know who Jackson Galaxy
No.
is? He's a cat psychologist
Oh,
type person.
Okay.
Behaviorist.
Okay.
Cat behaviorist.
Yep.
And he does really well. I mean, he works with them and why it's doing this
Mm-hmm.
and calms some pretty, he's a rocker.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
brings all of his stuff in a guitar case, but
Oh, funny.
yeah, Jackson Galaxy is a kind of cool show. But my cat, when I got my cat, it followed my nieces and nephew home from a park, and it kind of stayed back a little bit. But when I got it, it was the coolest cat ever. And I don't know why that was. I did research on it. The mackerel tabby is supposed to be the dog of cats, so it acts like a dog.
Okay.
It's at the door when I get home. It follows me around everywhere. It it just needs attention all the time. And sleeps with me all the time.
Yeah.
Follows me around, but he has never ever hissed at me. He's never scratched me. Even when he pushes away, it's always paws. It's never nails.
Yeah.
And so, but the weirdest thing is that he's 18 and he doesn't show age. He
Well,
hasn't
that's good.
showed. Yeah, and how long can cats live? What's
The oldest I've seen is like 22.
22?
Yeah.
But
But they can live to be, if you like Google the oldest cat, there's like a ton of them that are like 35.
oh, really?
Mhm.
Well, I think my cat's going to be probably one of those because he still plays, he still catches animals, he always wants attention. He's always, I mean, he doesn't seem to have. Now, are those indoor cats or my cat's both indoor and outdoor, and there's always controversy about that.
Well, I mean, the indoor cats tend to live a bit longer because they're not exposed to all the stuff outside.
Goofy stuff. Yep.
But they also tend to be overweight because they're not getting exercise.
Right.
Yep.
The indoor outdoors are
I'm definitely an indoor person.
you know, getting more exercise and whatnot, but they are exposed to animals and cars and
Yeah.
So
Well, they don't look both ways when they cross the street.
Right.
I know that.
Well,
Well,
my kid.
Stacy's cat brings him presents like dead mice, drops them right on his face when he's sleeping, right?
Oh, he brought one up in the bed. Yeah, one time.
Yeah.
But he's
Casey's cat shreds animals.
yeah he's very aware. I watch him around the neighborhood, and all the neighbors know him. So when you're that age and you've done that for that long, because I mean, the first year I think of his life, he was outside when he was so he needs to go out.
yeah.
I lived in a studio apartment for 7 years, and I felt so bad because he wanted to go out, and I couldn't let him out because where I was living.
Yep.
But when I moved into this place, I was just like, you know what, you go do you.
Yeah. Yep.
And have fun. I will do everything I can and always get your shots every year and do everything I can. He's always has the revolution and the worm and tick
perfect,
stuff,
yep.
and so. But all the veterinarians love him when he comes in because he's so calm and so nice. And
yeah.
but he does it. He likes it rough, scratched in the back and the butt, and where most cats don't. They
Yep.
just like they hate that. He's like, I got the harder I go, and he yeah.
We used to stick tape on our cat's butts.
Rude.
Yeah.
But my cat has a tape infatuation. Every time
funny.
he's like right there and wants to chew on it. And I don't know what that is. I was in the contact paper that you put on shelves. I heard him nibbling, and he was in the cupboard in there nibbling on and
On the
biting
contact paper.
on the whole bottom of the contact paper. So, and I found out that every time I pull out any type of tape, anything, he's got to have it, and
Funny.
he'll grab it and he'll like take it out of my hands, and it's like, wow, you're so odd.
Oh. We used to,
Our dogs like toilet paper.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
especially Murphy.
Oh,
but we used to put like the tape on their paws and watch them like
No peanut butter on the upper on the roof of the mouth.
no, the cats we had loved peanut butter. I mean, I would pull the peanut butter jar out of the fridge. I always had in the fridge, and as soon as they heard, I mean, it'd be quiet. It's almost like the cheese wrapper. It's like they'd hear that spin, and all of a sudden, meow, 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 out of nowhere. It's like I didn't see the cats all day. They heard that twist, and they were everywhere.
They can hear everything.
Yeah.
Patrick, does your dog have any proclivities?
Well, she just loves getting her belly rubbed. She just literally heard something, so she's at the window right now staring with her ears pointed straight up. But she likes peanut butter. I give her apples. I do some of the natural foods. I've looked at some of the health benefits of stuff. So she's always into food. She's always into chasing. She's doesn't have much other than chewing my remote the other night. She hasn't done nearly anything wrong for like 3 years since I got her. So, in that regard, she's a pretty good dog. But Sandra, I was going to ask you about your business model because you do the mobile vet thing. And why did you choose that over business practice? And how has gas prices affect your business lately?
Oh,
Good
I just-
call.
I just don't look at the meter.
You just don't look-
Put the card in and turn
But what
away.
about like you just having a practice versus mobile? What drove that for you? Was it more independent and you had more control?
Yeah, and like I said, it's so nice to just be in the house. Plus, you can actually learn a lot more about the animals and their situation being in the house.
The environment. Yeah,
Yep.
I'm sure. Yeah.
If we've got an older dog that needs to, do a flight of stairs to go out, that can be something that's helpful to look at, or, people that, if the cat's having problems with litter box, you can see what the litter box situation is, because a lot of times people will be like, oh, I know I'm supposed to have one more litter box than the number of cats, and I've got 2 cats and I've got 3 litter boxes. And I'm like, great, where are they? And they're like, they're right here. 1, 2, 3.
that's one litter box.
And I'm like, in
Three of them
the
combined.
cat's head, that's 1 box. So you need to have the 3 in different areas of the house.
Oh, I forget to change my litter box. I don't even do it much anymore because he's always outside.
Mm-hmm.
So I always go and look at it. It's like, oh, there's nothing there.
Oh, that's
There's
nice.
there's a turd.
Yeah.
Fling it into the neighbor's yard.
Oh yeah, no, you know what my dog does? Like she does, and it might be a territorial thing, but she's trained. She won't go to the bathroom in the house, but when my kids are over, I usually get a present in the morning.
Oh,
So even if I take her out, but sometimes she doesn't want to go out at night either. That's a weird thing. So she'll be like, I don't want to go out. She just goes hides under the bed, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm not going to deal with this. I want to get into my skivvies and watch TV. So if there's nights where we don't go out before bed, I can expect a little puddle in the kitchen floor.
Hey,
which
Patrick.
is better than she used to do it when I first got her. She was doing it on the carpet in the corner behind the table, but now she's doing it on the kitchen floor, where you just wipe up, mop up.
Hey,
It's a little
Patrick,
easier, but-
every time I leave here, there's a turd at the door when I leave.
I was going to actually say that. It's like our dogs.
Your dog.
I don't know what
Every single time.
we have to put the puppy pad at the front door because one of them will sneak up there and leave a present at the door. I mean,
You know which one it is?
I have no idea.
I can always tell.
Yeah.
You should put a camera. Put a camera up there, like GoPro or something, because every time I leave here, there's a turd at the door.
Well, you should be glad it's not in your shoe.
I know. I have to put it to the side. No, but it's right in the middle of the puppy pad. I mean, the pad.
Yeah, it's like perfectly where the dog, is supposed to, go to the bathroom. It's right where it's supposed to be.
It's a great subject.
I mean, but it's, and that's why we put the puppy pad there. So they're like, all right, I'm going to go here. And we put it by the front door rather than somewhere else. I suppose we could have put it by the patio door, but it's just, because they gravitate towards the door and we let them out. But that's for accidents and
What's really funny, Patrick, is like
Yeah.
they're I watch them clean it up, and their
They have a
technique is
system.
their system. They put a little piece of toilet paper on, they just roll it up, it goes right on things. She goes right to the bathroom and flushes it down the toilet. I mean, it is so fast and so proficient.
I'm not digging around the yard.
You
Yuck.
can't get any better than that.
it's
I just don't want
it's
to put a
really
puppy pad on
funny.
my kitchen floor because then just going to encourage her. Like, oh, this is where I go. And it's like, no, it's
I
not.
know it's well, our dogs they go outside. They potty outside, but the thing is, I mean, we call it the poop. It's like a bundle. It's the poop bundle. And we have
bundle
toilet
your arm,
paper. We
you know,
just
car,
roll it up and put it in a bundle and flush it down the toilet if we have to do that. Because I'm not going to throw it back out in the yard. I mean,
No.
it's like then I have to go clean it up a second time. So
No, you have a perfect technique.
yeah.
With the toilet paper.
That was my idea.
That was the gene technique of poop cleaning.
I'm not digging
Dog
around the
poop
yard with a spade. Yuck.
And I used to do that, and I would hate every spring because it was poop soup out.
Oh, God.
I
Just
literally,
wait for it would rain.
well, yeah, and I would clean it up as soon as I could, and then, and then we'd have to get extra Cub food bags and then
Thanks, Cub.
And then it would sit out in the front. You could smell it. It was just terrible. And
Yeah,
then,
I remember those Minnesota springs because the winter the snow would melt and you can't pick it up in the snow, nor do you want to when it's 10 below and 30 miles an hour
Yeah.
wind chill, and you're like, just go. And then so the spring would come and you'd be like, oh
oh
my.
my God,
It's a
we have a
shit
problem.
show. Literally.
yeah, quite literally.
New business adventure,
Yeah.
mobile dog poop scooper.
Oh, they have
scooper
them.
rubbers.
Oh, they do?
They
Mobile
Yep.
poop
Oh,
scoopers?
There's one
Oh,
in Sacramento here. 916 poop
He's
scoop or
got
something
it
is the phone number. It's like,
recognized.
it's like there's cars they drive around. It's like, business.
Tell us another cool story that you've had in your so you've been doing this for how long? How many years?
2002, I graduated.
20,
Yeah, but I started doing
2002.
mobile in 2017.
2017.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've been almost 10 years
Yep.
into it, and
Well, one of my favorite stories was a long-haired German Shepherd named Callie, and she had a mass in her behind, and I get so frustrated with doctors that tell people that their pets only have a certain amount of time to live, because who knows?
Right.
And anyhow, the doctor discovered this mass and without doing any testing, told the owner, this wonderful older lady named Lydia, who lived alone. It was her and Callie, and her husband had passed a number of years before, and she was devastated. The doctor said, your dog's got cancer, and somehow or another, she found us, and I came out and I felt the mass, and I said, well, if they didn't do any diagnostics like aspirates or biopsy or anything, definitely there's a mass here, but we don't know it's cancer, and we don't know how long she has. So, and that dog lived 2 years
after.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. And she actually didn't even, the mass wasn't the thing that ended up being her demise. She ended up developing kidney disease, and but she would have us at the end, come out once a month and check and see, how big it was, and it was getting bigger. And I would tell her, but I'm like, if she's been here for a year and a half, I don't think it's cancer, because the likelihood of her being here for a year and a half, it was
cancer, yeah.
And she was just so happy, and Callie has a spot in my heart, because she was a sweet dog, and actually, so then she said goodbye to Callie, and so now she's living alone, and we had gotten to know each other quite well, because I had been coming out to visit her every so often, and it turns out one of my other friends had called me like a month after Callie passed, and she said, I need to rehome my cat, because my kids and grandkids are allergic to it, and I can't have them over to the house because they're allergic to my cat. And I thought, ooh, I just know a person who might like her cat Cleo, and it was another name with a C too. So I thought, well, this should be good. So
Matchmaking.
yeah. So I was out there. She didn't drive, and so I was out there to actually deliver Callie's ashes back to her. And we were sitting there talking on the couch, and she was just kind of chatting, and she had cats in her life previously, and somehow or another she got to talking about a cat, and I just kind of sat there and I literally had my fingers like crossed. I was like, oh, please be open to this, please, please, please. And so I told her, I said, Lydia, I've got a friend who's got a cat named Cleo that is looking for a home for Cleo. And she just sat there for a while, and I'm like, I've got a picture of her. And so I showed her a picture of her, and she was a cute little long-haired calico. And she's like, well, let me think about it. And I called her the next day, and she was, yep. And so now she's got Cleo.
And now she's got
That's
Cleo.
awesome.
Yeah.
So how do you make a decision as an owner? Surgery or whatever it might be, if it's cancer, because there's some costs that are involved, and we don't know going in.
Yeah.
And how does one decide that we got to, if that makes sense?
Yeah. Well,
Because it could be just a little thing, like you said, or it could be like, oh,
yeah. There is care credit that people can use where it's I don't know how long they have to pay it off, but if you don't pay it off, there's a huge they back
Interest.
interest. Yep.
Yeah.
But But like for instance, the cat amputation that I did, that was a cat that had been hit by a car and its leg was badly fractured, and the estimate to actually fix the leg and everything was quite high, and my surgery doctor when I was a senior used to tell us that dogs and cats are actually three-legged animals that were born with a spare. And so
Interesting.
so
That's great.
the if you don't fix the leg, you can do an amputation, and that's a lot cheaper, and they don't even bat an eye. And when I went in to tell the people, I gave them the estimate for the like surgical like saving the leg, and they were like, we can't afford that. And I'm like, well, there is an alternative alternative
Option, yeah.
option. And at first when you tell people that, they're I mean, like, well, we can't do that, that would be terrible, that would be terrible. And but I'm like, well, it's this option, or the cat needs to be euthanized.
Yeah.
So we went ahead and did the amputation, and it was so funny because when they came back for like suture removals, they were like, he didn't even care. He just like runs around, and it's so true. I mean, they seriously don't.
Yeah.
Well, you can take out both of them and then give them wheels, right, Patrick?
Yep.
Well, and that's
Like our dog Buddy. He had diabetes,
Yep.
and then he had a lens
Mm-hmm.
placed in his eye, and he woke up and he was like, I've been bumping around this long, and now
Yeah.
he can see everything.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was really, really cool because I mean, Buddy lost his eyesight. He with his diabetes, he got cataracts, I think.
Yeah.
Eyes clouded over.
Yeah.
And he was literally blind. He could barely see. There was like a little bit, but he was bumping into stuff, and we made sure that. I mean, he figured out where the furniture was. Don't move the furniture.
Right.
Because it would have been bad. But so he got so used to it, and we're like, we got to see if we can fix this. And the U of M, they're like going, well, one eye is viable, the other is not. The diabetes just killed the other eye, but this eye is viable. So they ordered the lens for the dog
From Norway.
From Norway, yeah. It came in from Norway. Had to go through customs.
Oh,
Yeah.
And then we get the lens and we bring the dog in, and mind you, it's been 8-9 months since he's actually seen anything. So everything was sound, and he just acted like it was. Well, I guess this is the new me.
Yeah.
And I go to pick him up, and he, they bring him to me, and they have the surgery, and they didn't put anything on his eyes. So I mean, I was open.
He doesn't have Patrick
And he's literally walking around, and he heard this dog bark, and he just went zoop, looked over, saw the dog bark, and then he looked at me, and you could see the wrinkles in his eyebrows go up like, I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw that. And he was it was like a whole new world, and he was in awe of everything. And after that, the dog was like, everything was golden to him. I mean, it almost made me cry.
Like the eye patch dog
Getting teary eyed.
on Men in Black.
Yeah.
The eye patch pug.
Yeah. Pug. Yeah. But yeah, I really thought that was like poignant. It was like that one part of me where I knew that dog had feelings. And I remember when you came over and you had to put Cracker down, you remember what Buddy did. Yeah.
Oh,
Had him on his head. It was like a miracle.
It was.
I know. I wish I would have gotten a video of that. I mean, it was just crazy. He was like sedated, and his little friend kept patting him on the head. And I'm like, has he done that before? And they were both like, never. I'm like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, so you had to put their dog down?
Yeah. Both of our dogs.
Oh, okay.
So
you do a lot of end of life stuff though. Like, how do you handle all of that? Where do you put all that? That's gotta be a
Compartmentalize
sad
that,
thing.
yeah.
You do
Yeah.
a lot.
Well, I mean, being a vet, that's part of what we have to do. And, well, most of the time, and being able to provide that service in somebody's home where the pet's comfortable and the people
Yeah.
can be not in a crowded hospital where you can hear somebody laughing next door or somebody, leaving the hospital with their, leash and collar and nothing else. They don't have to do all that. We can, provide that service for them at their home. We work with a place in New Brighton called Pets Remembered that does individual cremation, and they only do individual cremation. We had my eldest daughter had pet rats, and they had gotten old and passed away, and so we got some new little rats, and they were only like, they're tiny. But they must have had some sort of viral problem or something, because the one passed away and then the other one passed away like 12 hours later. They were breathing really hard. And since doing what I might do, my daughter asked if they could be cremated together. And so I said, well, let me call Pets Remembered. And I talked to Skip, the owner, and I told him what had happened. And he's like, well, Doc, he's like, I would love to say that I could, but we just we only do individual. So he's like, how about we do them individual? And he's like, I've got a nice little urn that we can mix the ashes together and then give Cameron the urn with them together. So I'm like, I think that sounds great. Told Cameron, but I was really impressed that, even for two little rats that had passed to, that he wouldn't even do them together. He's like, we have to do it individual because that's what we do.
Oh, okay. So 2 questions real quick. One, what is your radius as far as how far do you go out?
We go all over the Twin Cities. We're trying to stay more in the northern suburbs, but Teresa does a really good job of setting up our appointments so that we're, in one area for a day and then another area. So,
good. You'd come to Fridley then.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
But we try to not be going, Fridley to Minnetonka to New Hope or something. Sometimes it's not possible, but most of the appointments aren't, if there's something that needs to be done urgently, we're probably not the best fit for that, because when we do blood work, we usually get blood work back like the next day. But if an animal's, really not doing well, I usually recommend just going to a brick and mortar, because then they can address everything.
Yeah. And then the other question, what are the most unusual animals that you've worked with?
I mostly just do dogs and cats. Yep.
No. Well, you said rats, right?
And I don't see the rats, but
just mostly dogs and cats.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
People don't call you for some crazy iguanas or
no. Those the exotic animals they have a lot different
physiology, I suppose,
physiology and different meds and different, a lot of like heating lamps and things like that. So, no, I leave that up to the experts,
the specialists. Yeah. So when it comes
I was walking my dog last week and there was a injured hawk flopping around.
Oh,
in the
no.
parking lot, and it couldn't fly. So I actually Googled like, what should I do? And there was a couple of places I could have called or whatever. And then I just said, I don't know. I didn't do anything about it. But,
Patrick!
As I'm turning out of my driveway about 2 days ago, I saw a splattered hawk in the road. So it worked itself out. But I was kind of like relieved. It probably got a quicker death than just being sick or injured or whatever the hell it was.
Yeah.
But, you just can't call animal control in Sacramento. They're not going to come. So you've got to call like UC Davis or, university or something. And I think it was like a Saturday and I was just like busy. So, whatever. But someone tried to like go wrangle it up and I'm like, that's probably not a good idea either. So I don't know what to do with a hawk, but it met its fate.
Yeah.
But
I did save a squirrel once.
Oh, did you?
Why? I hate those things.
His name was Toby. It was we were in Washington State visiting my daughter's school, and she was doing a tour of the dorm, and it was nice out. It was sunny, but it was like 55-ish or so, maybe 50s. And I heard these kids talking like in the background or whatever. And I was just sitting on a bench kind of waiting, enjoying the sun. And they finally left, and I turned around and I looked and I saw this box sitting, like a cardboard box sitting by like this tree. And I was like, that's weird. So I got up and I went over, and in the little box was this little bitty squirrel about this big with a hot water bottle. And I touched the hot water bottle, and it was cold. And it was a Saturday afternoon, and all of a sudden I heard these kids coming, and they're like, leave it. That's Toby, the squirrel. We found the squirrel. We're waiting for its mom to come. And I'm like, and he's like laying on his side, breathing heavy on this cold water bottle. And I'm like, yeah, this is not a good. And
No.
and they're like, and I'm like, well, I'm a veterinarian, and they all start screaming. They're like, oh my God, we tried to find a vet. We're trying to call, and I'm like, well, let's bring Toby inside and see, because I was worried that he was gonna die right there because he was pretty cold. So I picked him up, and I'm like, trying to get him warm, and I'm just holding him, and he's still kind of not looking great. And I'm like, how am I going to break the news to these kids that this squirrel's going to die? And one of them was already at the store trying to get, I think they were getting a puppy, like replacement milk. They're like, we sent Adam to the store to get puppy replacement milk for him. And so I'm just sitting there, and finally he kind of warms up and he holds his head up, and I'm kind of feeling him, and I'm like, it doesn't feel like anything's broken. And so we were sitting there, and they're like, and then he like sat up in my hands, and he was just kind of doing his thing. And we did get a little water dropper, and we're giving him some water. And we did find a wildlife rehabilitation place that was like an hour away. And we were supposed to go have dinner. And so I called the restaurant. I'm like, okay, you're not going to believe this, but we've got this squirrel that I need to drop off to the place. So we might be a little late for a reservation. And it was like one of the best restaurants in town. And they're like, oh, that's okay. That's okay. So actually we met the people halfway there at a gas station and did the exchange, and they sent me pictures of him, and he did fine, and they released him when he got to be a big guy.
That's nice. That's nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you work with Divine Dentistry though too.
Yep. Yeah. So I work with a mobile. It's called Divine Dentistry, and she does dentistries. She also does surgeries, spays and neuters and stuff. But she's got a huge van.
Oh,
And
okay.
she's got everything.
X-rays and everything.
Yep. Yeah.
Wow.
Digital X-rays and yep.
Yep.
So
My cat's missing a couple of teeth.
yeah.
They do, right?
Mm-hmm.
They always lose a little bit, and they're chowing on stuff. And
Well, and our dogs, I mean, I'm a terrible dog dad because I should be brushing their teeth far more often than I do. But, and Murphy's 10, Ashi's 7, and they've had to have like literally half of their teeth, pulled, 17 teeth pulled. They still got 17, so they can still chew and do all that stuff. But, even Divine Dentistry said, well, little dogs, lot of teeth problems.
yeah,
Yeah.
That's just the way it is.
And they can actually chew hard food without any teeth.
well,
Really?
I one thing that I don't want to do ever is anthropomorphize, right? And so, I've never really bathed my cat. He goes out in the rain, comes back soaking wet. So I know he's, and he's always grooming himself.
Yep.
So what are some of the cares that we should do with our pets that isn't anthropomorphizing, right? That, dogs and cats obviously are different, but for cats, I mean, I just let them be because they're their natural self, and they can kind of take care of themselves. Is that kind of the way it should be, or?
Yeah. I mean, if you could brush their teeth, that'd be great. But I mean, most
Brushing
people,
a cat's teeth is,
most people can't do brushing the cat's teeth.
is a little bit.
Yeah.
But is there like food? I just, feed him Iams or whatever.
Iams is a great food.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's all he eats, and every once in a while.
Well, you were telling me not so long ago for like our dogs that have, I mean, it's hard to keep their teeth clean. We do give them like the crunchy dog bones to chew, and they have crunchy hard food, but that doesn't always do it. You were talking about a food that they can
TD.
have that helps with that.
Yeah, it's called TD, and it was designed most of the food kibble. If this is the dog's mouth, once they bite on the kibble, it just breaks. But this food was designed that when the tooth actually goes into the kibble and it doesn't break, so it's actually scraping some of that plaque and biofilm off the tooth as they bite it. The kibbles are pretty big, so you have to be careful that you're not giving them too many of them. But it's a pretty cool product.
Because and then also I hear of hydration issues with cats, and my cat drinks a lot of water. Always in the bathtub, in the shower with me. Always wants me to feed it water. I had to sit there for like the longest time, and he like drinks. But wet food towards hard food, I give him wet food every day.
Yep, no, that's great. Especially for the cats. Some cats are interesting. They actually, if you notice that the cat food variety of kibble shape is like some of them come in fish, some come in squares, some come in like triangle shapes. Cats actually become accustomed to the shape of the food.
Oh, okay.
So let's say it's a fish flavored triangle.
Yep.
If you put the same fish flavor in a fish shape, a lot of cats won't eat it.
Interesting.
Even though it's the same flavor, because they like the triangle feel. And dogs are not like that. So if
the dogs eat anything.
Yep. So, but I don't know.
Toilet paper.
But I can't the sensations, the little. I can't give my cat those because he'll just like throw it up. But if I like have to get kibbles and bits or whatever, I can't do that with my cat.
Wait. Your cat won't eat Temptations because it'll throw up, but it will destroy a bunny.
Yep.
Yes, it'll be well, no, but the sensations, he'll just chow it so fast. He'll want more. It's like crack for a cat, and just like kibbles and bits, he'll eat it. He'll just like suck it down so fast. Like, what are you doing? So. And I just keep my cat dish full. I don't feed him portions.
Yep.
And he stays he's very slender.
Especially just playing outside.
Yeah, he keeps the same weight and everything. So I want him to eat as much as possible.
Yeah.
And but it's funny because when I change his food around to the cheaper food, he'll eat it really, really fast. So I just keep the IMs and stuff. I'm like, I think because they put stuff in there, I don't know that.
Yeah, I don't know, but Iams is a great food. I made the mistake of doing that to a cat. I don't know, sometime this month. We were there and it was loving the little treats I was giving it, and so I kept giving it more treats and everything. Well, we get back to the office and the owner calls and she's like, "He just threw up all over the place," and I'm like, "Oh God!" I'm like, "It's probably my fault because I was giving him too many treats."
A couple of funny things. It's like I bring home like a banana and I put it on the thing, and I'd see teeth marks in it. He like took a big bite, and it's like teeth marks. Like, what are you doing? But he likes pistachios.
Oh, funny.
And then he'll eat. Yeah,
Really?
Oh gosh, he'll just like try to grab it from me. The skin on pistachios.
Yeah.
He'll grab that from me. But the other thing he likes is when I eat macaroni and cheese, only Stouffer's, he wants to lick the I mean, he'll lick that thing all the way around the thing. No other macaroni and cheese, but just that. Just Stouffer's macaroni and cheese. No other thing.
That's funny. I mean, the cat.
So
I mean,
funny.
we've had cats that. I mean, like when Jean had a cat, she named Booger. But that was
I was 18 back then.
And Booger lived 19 years, and then there was Bubba, and Bubba lived 21 years. But Bubba ate anything. I mean, literally anything. I mean, just stuff that you would not think. Most cats and dogs are like, yeah, I'm not gonna. Bubba ate anything, but Booger was like so finicky. She'd just like stick her nose up at everything. Nope, that's not it. And it had to be done in a particular way at a particular time. Just everything had to be. It was Queen Booger. And then Bubba was like, duh, the food, and just but that's just the way he was. But he hated the dogs. And then he came downstairs to live downstairs. But the dog, I mean, even the dogs that were very food motivated wouldn't eat certain things, and Bubba ate everything.
Oh, that's funny.
And I just couldn't believe it. This cat was just a garbage disposal.
Kind of like Patrick back there.
So, yeah,
What's that?
Kind of like Patrick back there. He's like
garbage disposal.
I needed a snack, man.
Good for you.
Straight out of Sacramento.
Smokehouse almonds.
You know, like
Those are
80% of
good.
the world's almonds come from Sacramento. Like 80%
Really?
of them. The world.
And then Patrick eats 80% of the supply.
Well, Gene,
They're good.
I've got a cat client that's named Titsy. and Titsy. I asked the girl, I'm like, do you mind me asking how she got the name Titsy? And she said the exact same thing. She's like, I was 18 when I named her. I thought it would
young,
be funny.
dumb, whatever.
18-year-old girls.
At least she didn't.
Don't let them name
her,
your animals.
boobs.
Yeah.
Oh, your cat's name's Boobs? Yeah, Boobs.
I'm surprised that Gene didn't name it Butthole.
That's your new nickname now.
Oh, yeah. But I mean, like the dogs that we have now, Murphy and, Ashi, and we got Murphy first because it was weird because, Cracker, when Cracker passed away, we had Buddy, and Buddy was diabetic and then quit eating because he was missing his best pal. And they did everything together. They were frickin' frack. I mean, it was just incredible. They were just, so we're like, this dog's going to die unless we do something. So then I looked up, I'm like, I wanted to get a dog that was a lot like Cracker. Cracker was a silky Jack Terrier. And this is one of those breeds that you don't find everywhere. It's just one of these designer breeds. So I'm like, what's the closest thing? And I looked up Google, and Google's like Cairn Terrier. And I'm like, all right, let's find a Cairn Terrier here. Nobody in Minnesota. We had to go to Rockford, Illinois, where there was a breeder out there. And I looked up the breeder, and they were, the Kennel Association, AKC certified, the whole thing. And they weren't crossbreeding. I mean, their dogs were from different pedigrees, the whole thing.
Murphy's Ashi's uncle.
So we got Murphy, and Murphy is, it's the dog from The Wizard of Oz. So we bring Murphy in, and Buddy's not having it, and Murphy wants to play with them, and he's just this little thing, and Buddy was like, yeah, get out of here. But finally he warmed up to him, especially when Murphy got bigger than him.
Yep.
They started warming up, and then they became really good friends. And then, Buddy passed away from his diabetes. He got keto, acetosis, I think, from his diabetes. And when he passed away, then we had problems with Murphy, because Murphy was looking around the house, whining and looking for Buddy. And we're like, oh crap, we're a 2-dog family.
Yeah.
So we called up the breeder and said, well, Murphy needs a pal because Buddy passed away. And they were like, come on down. We just got a new litter 3 weeks. And we're like, yep. And luckily, Murphy was good for 3 weeks. He was really depressed, but as soon as we brought the new puppy in, I mean, boom, he was a changed dog, and now they're best buds.
Yeah.
I mean, it's weird because when you see them, when they hear something, their heads turn at the same time. When they, somebody comes home, they both, it's always in tandem.
Yeah.
And we went on vacation once, and we had these dog sitters, and when I went to pick them up, I'm like, how good were they? And the dog sitter's like, my God. He goes, I got to tell you, we've been doing this dog sitting for years. And he goes, they're like tandem, everything. It's like they were the same dog, but two. He goes, I've never seen anything like it. It's weird. And I'm like, well, that's not the weirdest thing. And told him about Cracker that used to watch TV. Literally watch TV. And even my mom, when she dog sat, she's like, that's the weirdest thing. The dog sits up, he would sit up on the couch, put his elbow out on the couch and sit there and watch TV because he knew at some point dogs would come on. And then
He
could
knew the
jump down.
commercials
Yeah,
too.
he knew the music to the commercial.
There ain't no bugs on me.
Yep.
That one.
Yeah. And so it was always weird with Cracker being like the smartest dog I've ever seen. I mean, even the voice, he heard this guy's voice and knew that it meant that there's dogs on TV and he can run around the corner and bark because of it. But, like Patrick, you had dogs that were more laid back and kind of cool. Our dogs were hyper obnoxious dogs, but what made you want to get that particular breed?
Oh, I don't know. I had a girlfriend in 2008, and actually we were just walking through Northtown Mall, and we stopped at the pet store, and I don't know, been dating this girl for like a month or two, and she was
And
like,
you're already buying pets together.
yeah, it was crazy. She was always over at my house. I'm like, okay, this is probably going somewhere. So she's like, oh, look at this dog, it's so cute, and I was like, whatever. So we left the pet store, and then like the next day, I was like, you know what? Call me crazy, but I couldn't get that dog out of my mind. So we went back, and luckily I was broke as F at that time in my life, but I had, for some reason, I guess I had an extra like $600, and that's what the dogs cost at the pet store back then.
You lucky bastard.
I got her.
Was that the one you were talking about? Your special one?
Punk, my first dog. Yeah.
And I always,
I was just like, I just got into my condo, and they allowed pets, and before that I had roommates or I was in an apartment. But I was like, I could have a pet, and I was just like, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, and I remember when you got Punk, and I remember, seeing the dog for the first time. I go, you got Polly purebred?
What kind of dog was it again?
What? A cockaleer. I'm trying to pull this up right now, but
you got Polly purebred.
You remember that cartoon?
I don't remember that.
Underdog.
Polly purebred.
Yeah, Underdog. Underdog's girlfriend was Polly purebred, and Polly purebred was the Cavalier Cocker Spaniel. And I was just like going, you got Polly purebred. But those are some those are some great dogs, and I read up after that. I'm like, oh my, why? I thought for sure Patrick would get like a Doberman Pinscher, like a Mastiff or something like that with a, big chain collar.
What was it about that dog, Patrick, that you couldn't get out of your head?
Oh, you're about to see. Just cute, just cuteness overload.
Oh, those dogs are cuteness overload.
All dogs are cuteness.
Okay, here we go.
Come on, we got to be real here.
I gotta find a good picture.
Right?
Yeah, let me find. Where's Pumpkin Pie?
There's a couple dogs.
Pie. I used to call her Pumpkin Pie. I used to call her Pumpkin. Here we go. Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
That is very cute.
love of my life. Yeah.
There's a couple. There's a couple of dogs that are
HR
very
Pumpkin stuff. Pumpkin Pie.
right.
H&R pumpkin
drunk.
stuff.
What is the one that has the tongue that hangs out? And you ever see those? The ugliest dogs.
Oh yeah, I saw one of those on a video.
And they have
recently.
It's like, what is that? And why does that exist?
Oh, the one that's got a little bits of hair here and there. It's thin and small, and always the tongue's hanging out. The bug
You ever
eye.
see those?
I don't even know what it's called, but they've had it on some movies.
A
And it's
Chinese
like
crested?
That sounds like
I think it is because it's like the ugliest. It's so ugly, it's cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they just have their tongues hanging out, and I just don't.
Most of the time, the tongue's hanging out because they're missing
her
teeth.
sister, Snickers.
Cute.
They were
Like that.
blood related.
Yes, yeah.
We're holding up.
Oh, they're Snickers. Yeah.
They're Snickers.
Now the dog you have now, that you got that dog kind of like a
But why just
Way
it's a
different.
mutt.
it's like why?
Oh my God, yeah. what I'll
Ew,
do
my
at the
God.
end of the podcast is I'm going to put
Jeez.
on everybody's dog. So,
Okay.
Yeah, no,
Doc,
we
your
should
dogs.
ask everyone.
Yeah.
We'll cheers at the end of the podcast to all of our favorite pets, and whether they're live or dead. But
Yeah.
we'll ask for people to comment with a picture of their beloved
Yeah.
animals.
You see, that would be great. Yeah. So good call. So,
It's like,
you know,
wow.
when we do a short, I'll put it out there on the Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and then we'll have people put in their picture of their pet, the funny stuff, and with a comment. That would be great. So
Here's
we'll do
the
some
dog.
at the end.
Here's the dog I got now. Is that's the Australian Kelpie.
Oh,
Oh, very
So
cute.
she's about 40 pounder, but yeah, she's intimidating looking, but she's just a sweetheart.
So
But
maybe
not to other animals. She hates other
I'll
animals.
connect you with my niece. She makes because she grooms. She's a groomer, and she makes little bows for dogs
oh, cute.
that she gives to
Yep.
to.
Oh, nice.
So when you go and have your dogs, you can give them a little bow. But what do you think of the new fad of people like shaving the rump and then doing the dye? You ever see that?
No.
Oh, you haven't seen that? And they'll do like a patch of leopard skin.
Oh my God! Yes, I've seen.
Or
that.
they'll just do
Yeah.
they'll turn them into like what is the
Yeah.
hello
Yeah,
the pony,
they'll
the ponies?
it's like they'll take a like a poodle, and then they'll make the poodle look like Tigger from
My gosh.
yes.
Yeah.
I mean they'll dye the hair and the dog looks just like Tigger,
Jeez.
like from Winnie the Pooh. You know,
Yeah.
Oh my
like,
gosh.
oh my God! I mean, and they do all sorts of stuff. So like some of the anime stuff, they'll take the anime animals and they'll do the same thing.
Yep.
They'll have them do the haircut and the hair dye, and it's a big deal now.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
So,
I have
mean-
not seen that.
Oh, you haven't
so
seen
here,
that?
that-
Oh, look at this one.
so well,
Oh my god.
Isn't that-
yeah. So the people that don't see this, we're gonna add these at the end of the podcast
yeah.
for you to
How about this
view.
one too?
Oh, here's look
This is a great meme. They put masks on the little dogs, and they're like, "What?"
Oh my God!
Wait till you see. He's like, "What?"
the pit bull's like, I'm out of here. I'm out of here.
Oh, this is great.
And they do it with cats too. They'll put a mouse face on some cats and stuff, and the cats freak out. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
awesome.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
So we'll do all
God.
sorts. We're gonna do all sorts.
There's
of
a-
photos
there's
and
a
stuff.
lot of
Everyone drop
really-
your favorite dog, cat, memes, whatever
Yes.
in the comments.
Yeah.
I want to see them all too. That'd be
Yes,
funny.
there's a lot of really, really cool ones that they think of that they're like, wow, they're
God bless our
amazing.
animals.
That must take like
You know,
forever
it's
to
funny.
do
My
that.
my kids when they were super young.
Giraffe.
My kids when they were
Isn't that
super
the
young, they're like,
cutest ever?
"Daddy, that dog scares me," and I'd be like, "Don't worry about the dog.
Oh, there's
It's
the Tigger
people
one.
You got to
Yeah.
be worried about." You know. So.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that's the one that looks like Tigger.
Yeah. But that's what I mean.
So would you ever do that to your dog, Patrick? Is like do some.
hell
But I
no.
mean, it looks like. I mean, you have to have a certain breed of dog.
Yeah, probably a
in order
poodle or
to
something
do
that has
that.
longer
I mean-
hair. You
I
can't
mean-
do the short hair stuff.
I mean, Patrick's dog, even a sweetheart, looks like a dog that is not going to put up with that shit. You know, my dogs are like, duh, okay, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, no, my dog,
but-
no, would not.
So-
I've never even like, I've brushed my dog. That's about as far as it goes. They warned me when I adopted her, like she does not like baths. She will freak the F out if you try to give her a bath. And I'm like, okay, cool. But she doesn't, her hair doesn't grow. It just sheds and I just have to brush her and that's it. And she doesn't mind. And I don't mind either.
So who's the cat? Who's your dog's friend? The other one?
Well, that's Snickers and Punk, isn't
Oh,
it?
Punk.
Yeah, the two dogs
Yeah,
are Snickers and
Yeah,
Punk.
those are my two dogs. Yeah,
Yeah.
Punk was first
Punk
and
was
her
first,
older
yeah.
sister died in 2022. And that's when I got this one. Was
I like
a
the
year-
stripe on
so
the back. In the back.
I adopted the Kelpie dog a year.
Yeah.
So it was a year about after Snickers died. And I went a year without a dog in my life for the first time. And after that year, I was like,
That was
This
your
isn't a house.
ex-girlfriend.
It's not a home. It's
Yeah.
I need a dog to make this a home. So
Well, yeah, I mean,
saw that.
there's, and I'm sure, like Doc, I mean, you go to the homes and stuff, but I mean, people are just fanatic about their pets. I mean, their pets are,
Family.
yeah, it's even more than family. I
Oh.
mean, like I was talking about earlier when Cracker passed away, man, it was brutal. I've never felt that kind of loss before.
Yeah.
You know, and I remember when Patrick lost Punk, I mean, he was in the same boat. I'm like, dude, I'm right. I know what you're going through 100%.
I think
Because I've never gone through that before.
I think, well, pets have a
Yeah.
deeper psychological emotion on you because it's comfort. You know, anytime you have somebody that's in stress or in distress and you bring them an animal,
Yeah.
they will completely change their mood. Where humans won't do that to
Yeah.
other human beings.
Right.
You can't. When a human, unless it's the very first attraction between people that you really like, that light up, that brightness
Yeah,
that
yeah.
you get as a human, you get that all the time with every time you see a dog or an animal. It just brightens your day.
Yep.
And that is a real light that leaves you when they're gone. Because every time I see my cat, it's like, oh, or whatever, and Patrick, whatever, when he comes home, right, you see your dog, it's like, yeah. And the way they treat you when you come home,
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I mean, it's just like when I come home, I mean, Murphy comes running up and he's stretching out on me. And Ashi just sits there and waits for me to say his name. And then he comes running up and he's all over the place. And I'm like, oh, God, I hope they don't pee everywhere.
yeah. My cat is like, it's weird because if I leave for a few days and he doesn't see me, he acts a whole lot differently when I come home. He's all over me and wants to be around. Usually cats aren't like that on a daily, but yeah, my dog of cats.
Now, the one thing I wanted to ask you before, the podcast is over is like how, when we talk about how animals are such a distinct part of our lives, there's so much different than other human beings. I mean, there's something different about it. But, and when you lose an animal and that kind of loss, I mean, and you go through this with your clients day in and day out, how do you kind of, distance yourself from those feelings? I mean, it's got to be the toughest thing in the world.
Oh yeah. But I mean, like I said, it's better to be in the house with the family than in a brick and mortar and busy and
Well, and you get to be a part of it too.
What I was picking up on it before too is what you were saying was, it's inevitable. We're gonna lose our pets. They're not gonna outlive us. But
like all of us. Yep.
when that happens, you're providing a more comfortable, better, the best case scenario of that scenario, right?
Yeah.
Is that kind of
That's kind of rewarding in itself.
yeah.
right?
Well, and
And
actually,
there's probably not a lot of people with the muster to do that.
we were talking the other day too that we were like, well, if our pets live forever, we'd all become a hoarding situation.
Yes, we would. I'd be a cat guy.
True. Now, your mobile service, you do the mobile service. What is the area that you do your mobile service?
Pretty much kind of all over the Twin Cities. So,
I thought I just asked that.
yeah.
No, what I'm saying is it
For people, overview.
five county area? I mean, is there areas that you don't go?
I mean, not. I mean,
Probably 20-mile radius.
well, yeah. I mean, within
More so.
reason. I mean, it was.
And the reason why I ask, I mean, so if someone watching the show wants to, hey, this is, and I'm telling you, we've done the U of M, we've done, Apache next to us, we've done all sorts of different types of veterinary service, and your veterinary service, you coming out to us, is comparable to what we've been doing, where it's like, I got to throw the dogs in the car and strap them down and drive them in and wait, and all the dogs and smells, and you just come out. It's all of a sudden ding dong, come in, you take care of it, you leave, and it's like, wow, that was the easiest thing in the world.
Yeah.
So for all you viewers out there, if you have those animals, Dr. Soucheray.
Yep.
So where can they get a hold? Where can they see you and get a hold of you?
Well, I've got a website. It's Dr. Soucheray, Soucheray, at gmail.com, or our number is 952-818-2273.
Excellent. And I'll put your information at the
Yeah.
end of the podcast as well.
Cool. Thank you.
For you. So, folks, if you're animal lovers like we are at the podcast here, and we all have animals that we love dearly.
Well worth it.
Well worth it. I'm telling you. We've been working with Dr. Soucheray for years, and it was like the best thing that ever happened to
Yep.
our family.
Yep.
Our animal family, is to have a doctor to be able to come out and do these services at home where the dogs are comfortable. I don't have a dog that has anxiety, that doesn't want to be there. Then they take them into another room. The dog's freaking out. The dogs our animals are so much better when they're at home. So
Yeah, no, I wanted to bring this up right before we go, of course. I once read a letter from a vet that, this is like a viral thing. I don't know if it's true, but it seems true. Like a vet once said, don't drop off your pet and then leave because you can't handle it. Be the better person.
Yeah.
And cuddle the dog while you're doing, like, that just seems like, it tore me up, but I was there for my dog at the end.
Yeah.
Do you have people that just like, I can't do this, you take it and just like,
We've had,
and I am going to judge people because I think that's the worst thing. Here, hey, it's the end of your life. We spent all our lives together. I love you so much. But here's some stranger in a steel plate that they're going to lay you down and give you an injection. Like, that just seems awful to me.
yeah, no, I've had one client that had that experience with this cat. We had an appointment for euthanasia, and we came to his house, and the cat was in a carrier, and he was like, "Here you go." And I was just like, I'm like, "Oh man." I'm like,
Yeah.
that's-
It's sad either way, but like, maybe that's exactly like what the answer was for you, is they go in a comforting setting with their people.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
And yeah, I mean, it's hard. Your animal's gonna die, but if they die in your arms, it's so much better.
Yeah.
Even if it's gonna be really, really painful.
One of the stories that I've heard, the really quick though, is that will cats go off on their own and die, and you don't know that they're
Sometimes.
sometimes
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Red had a
Oh.
cat that did that.
yeah, back when I was growing up, just like Gene, we had many cats throughout the years, and sometimes we had 3 or 4 cats, and but we had a number of cats that during the time that they wanted to go, I mean, 2 of the cats went into we had a wood pile and died in the wood pile. My dad was taking the wood out. No, that's what happened to the cat.
Oh no.
Oh,
And one of the cats was sick. I mean, our next door neighbor, like 3 neighbors down, we found the cat full of buckshot.
Oh geez.
And we nursed the cat back to health, but he just couldn't do it after that trauma, and he disappeared. And we found him years later. His remains in the woodpile. He went in the woodpile and died.
Oh jeez.
So I think that does happen. So, but the service that you provide is you can't beat it. You can't beat having the vet coming to your house where your animals are comfortable. They're relaxed. They're comfortable, especially on their deathbeds. It's just, I can't even begin to thank you how, as much as I can with the animals that we've had that you've been able to come over and take care of. So, and the 2 little ones that are running around causing problems right now.
pooping in Stacy's shoe.
It's definitely a service that people need to really, put more time into and money into. I mean,
Unfortunately, she probably doesn't go out to California there, Patrick. So sorry about that.
yeah.
No, it's okay. My dog will live forever.
Yeah.
She'll live forever in your heart.
In my heart, of course.
In your heart. So, well, thank you for joining us this
Yeah.
evening. It was in both information.
Fun?
It was really fun.
Yeah. No, thanks for having me.
We were really looking forward very much to having you on here because, there's a lot of pet owners out there, pet lovers. We're definitely a group that loves our pets. So we really wanted you.
So if you need this unfortunate service, you know where to go.
Well, that's not the only thing she does.
Even when you have the fortunate service where you do need to have them do their yearly exam.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, senior
even-
citizens, right?
But you also have text that'll come out, just the text.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's not as the service isn't as much. Like your texts come out and clip our dog's nails, because I did the one time I went clip and
Oh, jeez.
everywhere. And I'm like, "Ah." And
Yeah,
the
that's
dog
the first
is
time I
looking
did
at me.
that.
I will never forgive you. And after that, I was like, never again. I will
Yeah, first time I
spend
tried
whatever
to
it
do
costs never to deal with that again. You know,
So I'm sure,
Yeah.
so he'll put all the list of your services on the
Oh, cool.
vision.
So, yep.
Thanks.
So we'll do that. And again, thank you again for coming on.
Yes.
It's been
That's
great.
fun.
So, folks, as usual,
Comment
we
with your
can't-
photos of your
Yes.
pets, and cheers
Yes.
to all the ones that we've lost.
Now, we can't do this without you. So make sure that you hit the subscribe button, you share and like. And of course, we really want you to make comments at the, on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, all
Give
of
us
our
some feedback.
socials. Give us some feedbacks and give us pictures of your pets. We want to know about them. We want to see them. It'd be great to do. And of course, next week, we'll see you with another guest. And Patrick, who do we have next week?
Billy Bob is still pending. We'll see. Billy Bob Thornton.
Oh, wow.
The invite is out.
The invite's
Just
out.
waiting to hear back from his agent.
So again, we'll see you next week, folks. Take care, and we'll see you again.